Morning everybody, welcome to another Workout Wednesday. We're going to do something a bit different today. I've got a bit of a leg injury which I need to rest. So we're going to do some core and upper body work. So it'll still be 20 minutes. You'll still get a great workout and hopefully it'll be something a bit different to enjoy. Alright, so we're going to go straight in. It's not so important to warm up with a core workout. You just need to start nice and gently and ease yourself in. We've got 10 exercises, 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest for each one. You don't need any equipment, just a mat if you're on a hard floor, and let's get going. Okay. All right, so we're going to start with flutter kicks and show you what they look like. So you're going to be on your back. Hopefully you can see that. Can you see that? I'm going to move slightly. Hang on. Make sure you can see what we're doing. So you're going to be on your back, arms by your sides, legs out straight, and then you're going to lift your shoulders. You're going to lift your shoulders and legs off the floor. So shoulders are off, legs are off, and you're just going to kick your legs, point your toes, and flutter kick your legs gently. I'm going to move again so you can see. I put my camera in totally the wrong place, sorry. Let's try that. That's better. That looks better. Okay. All right, so 40 seconds work. It's quite a long time to work. I'm just going to set the timer up. So if you need to take a quick breather and then go back into it, that's fine. I might need to do that sometimes as well. All right, so we've got 5 seconds before we start. Good. Okay, so shoulders are off the floor, arms by the sides, and you're just doing like little kicks or with the toes pointed. Now, you need to breathe normally, so make sure the lower back is pushed into the mat, belly button's drawn towards the spine, and you're still able to breathe normally. It's getting harder. Okay, so just tiny little kicks, it's a small movement. About 10 seconds to go. If you do need to pause and then go back in, that is fine. Nearly there. 2, 1, and rest. Woo! Okay, we're going to do some side reach crunches now. So again, you're going to be on your back, legs are bent this time. Arms by your side, and you're going to come down and reach down the side of one foot as far as you can, and then come back and then go to the other side. Rest your head in between. Let's go. Okay, so down one side, breathing out as you go down, rest the head briefly, and then go down the other side. So again, it's really important to just breathe as normally as you can. Try and breathe out when your abs are working, and breathe in when they're resting if you can. And the most important thing is to just try and reach as far as you can each time. So you should feel this working down the sides of your bodies and your obliques. 2, 1, rest. Okay, next one. Woo, so we're going to do some hip side raises now. So you can be on either side. We're going to change sides in just a minute. Oops. So you can either have your legs straight, so you can go from this position, or if that's too difficult, you can bend the legs, bend the knees, and come from here. So it would look like this. Okay, so you're going to lift and then take the hip back down towards the floor, touch the floor just very briefly if you can, and then back up. If that's not very challenging, come to straight legs, stack the feet, and do it from that position. So light touch to the floor, or just above the floor if you can't quite get that far, and then up. Try and relax the head, relax the neck. So this is, you're going to really feel this in there. That is where I'm feeling it a lot. Okay, so look at the clock. Keep going, got about 6 seconds I think, less than that. Rest. So change sides, whichever side you were doing, just change to the other side. Whew. That's a killer. Who came up with this workout? Okay. So exactly the same thing on the other side, either with legs straight or legs bent, depending on what you can manage. 2, 1, let's go. So my feet are stacked one on top of the other. This is quite hard work on the shoulders as well, so if you find that your shoulders tire, then just come out with it briefly, have a couple of seconds rest, shake it off, and then go back in. So you want to try and keep your shoulder nice and kind of in line with the body. You don't want to be over or back. Just keep everything in a nice straight line down the midline. Lifting as high as you can each time and resting just briefly at the bottom before you go back up. And as I said, with bent legs, it's going to look like that, which is a bit less challenging. Okay, well done. What we now? Russian twist. So just a body weight Russian twist. So you've got two choices here. You can either have your heels, so you're going to sit back from the hips, so a straight back but just a slight backwards lean. And you can either have your heels on the floor. So let's go. So if you've got your heels on the floor, it's going to look like this. Twisting from side to side, try to touch the floor. You're going to feel that working all across your midsection here. If that's not very challenging, you can lift your heels off the floor, and that's going to make it a bit harder. Well done, keep that going, good work. Well over halfway now. So keep breathing, normally as you can, and just touching from side to side. Nearly there, a few seconds. Woo, and rest. Okay, toe touch crunches. So we're going to be on our backs again. Legs up this time. So you're here and you're going to move your hands up the shins towards the feet and then back down again. Okay? 2, 1, and go. So breathing out as you come up, squeeze there, and then come back down. Try and keep your legs as straight as your hamstrings will allow. Rest your head on the mat in between reps, because 40 seconds of straining through the neck is quite a long time. You want to avoid that, so just make sure that you come back down. My ponytail is totally in the way. It's really annoying. So squeeze there, rest, and then back up. Breathing out as you travel up the legs, and breathing in on the way down. Rest that there. Whipping through. Okay, what we do now? Toe taps. So, on your back again, you're going to make like a tabletop position. So your hips and your knees are at right angle. So you've got a right angle here, a right angle here. You're going to point the toes, and you're going to touch briefly to the floor and then back up. So, let's go. So you're going to come down and back up. You're going to try and maintain that tabletop position. So it's quite hard to see, but what is the work is in keeping the lower back actively pushed into the mat, drawing the belly button towards the spine, but keeping your breathing normal, which is quite hard when you're talking at the same time. But basically you're trying to keep that pressure through the lower back into the mat, all the while that your legs are moving. So if you start to feel your back arching and lifting, that means that your core's not engaging. So just pause and reset and start again. Okay. Woo.
Rest.
Nearly there. Okay, let's do some V-sits. So you're going to have legs and arms straight, and you're going to come up, both legs to meet both arms to meet one leg, and then down and alternate each time. 2, 1, go. So trying to lift your shoulders off the floor as much as you can. This is quite challenging, so if you haven't yet got the strength to do this, I want you to come to here with legs bent and do crunches up the thighs. Squeeze in there, okay? But if you're ready for this, that's great, go for it. Again, you're trying to breathe out, on the way up, and in when you're resting. Nearly there. Oh. Okay, we're going to do a plank hold. So you can choose, you can either go into a low plank, so forearms on the ground, which would look like this, yeah, or you can go into a high plank. So a high plank is going to work your shoulders harder, and a low plank, which I'm going to go for, which I recommend, is going to work your core harder. Okay, so with this, keep your hands slightly apart. Again, breathe in as normally as you can. You just want a nice straight line in the body, so you want to make sure that you're not too high in the hips or too low. Yeah, just a nice straight line. That's why it's called a plank. So hopefully you can see that clearly. I'm just going to keep going. If you can't hold it for the 40 seconds, that's fine. It is quite a long time. So just come out and then go back in. Rest it there. Okay, last one of these, and we're going to do something a bit different. So we're going to do some reverse crunches. I don't like them, but they're good for you, so we're going to do them. Oh, so legs are up, and you're going to lift the hips to lift the legs. Go. Good, and then let them come back down. So we're basically working here to lift the legs up. So my arms aren't doing anything, my arms aren't doing any of the work. So no support from them, just rest them gently on the ground. And just keep going with that. Okay, breathing out as you work. In on the rests. Keep it going, doing really well. Nearly there, a couple of seconds. Whew. Right, that's that part finished. My hair's a complete mess. So, well done. We've got the second part now, we're halfway, well done. We're going to do a Tabata. So it's going to be 20 seconds work, 10 seconds rest. So it's a shorter intervals, but a quick change between each exercise. We've got 2 exercises that will alternate between. So we are going to do some hand release press ups. I'll show you what they look like in a moment, and some plank shoulder taps. So this is going to work our core really hard, but it's also going to work our shoulders and our chest as well. So your hand release press ups, depending on your upper body strength, you've got a couple of options. So if you're ready, you can do them in a full press up position. So you start here, I'm going to come down, touch the head and push back up, touch down, touch the head and push back up. Okay, if you're not ready for those, then come onto your knees. I've got a bruised knee, so that's really sore. And you can do the same thing. So come down, touch the head and push back up. You want to be keeping the arms nice and tight and the elbows nice and tight to the body. It's going to work our triceps nice and hard. Back to the arms. Okay, so those are your 2 choices. Your plank shoulder taps, you're going to be in a high plank position, like so. Oops. Shoulders directly over the wrists, and you're going to tap. Take the feet slightly wide, and you're going to tap each shoulder with as much control as you can. So if I let the control go and don't concentrate on my core, you can see that I just am quite loose and I'm moving around the place. If I really think about it and control the weight distribution through my feet and try and stay nice and still, it looks like that. Okay, so we've got 8 rounds, so you'll end up doing 4 of each exercise. Whoops. And then we'll do another one of those Tabatas, and then we're done. So you've got 8 minutes of work left. So I'm just going to reset the clock. So we want 8 rounds of 20 seconds work. Grab a drink if you need to while I'm doing the clock. 8 rounds of 20 seconds work and 10 seconds rest. We'll start with hand release press ups. 20, 10, 8. All right, cool. Let's go. So hand release press ups are first. 5 seconds and then we'll start. 2, 1, go. So don't forget, you can do these on your knees if you want to. If you do them on your knees, it's going to look like this. Okay, now that touch of the floor, touch of the head, just gives you a moment's recovery to come back up again. Okay, well done. So we're going to plank shoulder taps next. 1 down. Okay, 3 seconds. 2, 1, and go. So just find a position where you can stay nice and stable, feet are slightly wide, shoulders are pretty much directly over the wrists, hands maybe slightly forward of the shoulders. Lots of control, breathing as normally as you can. 2, 1, rest. Okay, back to press ups. Rest. So 2 down, 6 to go. Well done. 2, 1, and go. So we're going to come down, touch, and up. So remember, whether you're doing these on your knees or in a full press up position, you still want to keep those arms nice and close to the body. Elbows tucked in tight. Rest. Woo!
Rest.
I'm definitely feeling that. Okay, plank shoulder taps are next. We're going to go back to those. Let's go. Okay, so 10 seconds goes by really fast. And the longer the workout goes on, the faster the 10 seconds goes by. So lots of control. I'm just being careful to shift the weight in my toes from side to side so that I can stay really still in the upper body. Rest it there. Back to press ups. Doing great, well done. Keep it going. 2, 1, let's go. So I'm going to come down and push up. Also, whether you're on your knees or in a full press up position, the other thing we want to concentrate on is trying to lift the whole torso off the floor at the same time. So there's no arch in the back here, we're just coming straight up. And rest.
Rest.
Nearly there. Whew. So what's that, 5? Is that 5 done? Back to the shoulder taps. So we're going to finish this Tabata, then we're going to do one more Tabata with some different exercises, and then we're done. Okay, so just keep going. Focus on your form as you get tired, try and keep that technique. Okay, good. Alright, 2 more. One more set of press ups, one more set of shoulder taps. Okay. Let's go, so I'm going to come down, touch the head, come up. Remember on your knees, same thing, you're going to come down, touch the head, and come up. Okay, so do whichever you can manage. Keep those arms tucked in tight, elbows tucked in. Okay.
Rest.
Woo. One more set of shoulder taps. Well done, everybody. Okay, here we are. So, feet slightly wide. And just tapping the shoulder. Don't want to go for speed with this, we're going for control. So it doesn't matter, you don't need to go fast. Much more important to do it with good form, keep nice and still through the body. Woo. Right. Well done. So we've done our 10-minute workout, we've done our first Tabata. We're going to do one more Tabata and then we are done. So the next one, we've got 2 different exercises. Remember what they are. We're going to alternate between dead bug and arch hold. So I'll show you what they look like. So dead bug, as the name would suggest, looks like a dead bug. So you'll be on your back, right angle at the knees, right angle at the hips, and you're going to lift your shoulders, point your hands towards the ceiling, and just stay there. So you'll feel this working all across here. You're going to keep breathing normally and hold there. Okay, that's your dead bug hold, and then your arch hold, you're going to turn over. So this one's going to work the glutes and the lower back as well. And you're going to lift, arms out straight, relax the head, relax the neck. You're going to lift the legs and the arms off the floor. Lift the legs as much as you can, get as much of your legs off the floor as you can. Keep the arms active and straight, keep the head relaxed and looking down. Point the toes, squeeze the bum, and you're going to feel your glutes, your lower back, your lats, everything's going to be working, okay? So those are your 2 positions. So alternating between those, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest like before, and then you're done. So I'm going to reset the clock. Whoops. Grab a quick drink if you need to. All right, we'll start with the dead bug hold. I'm going to go in 5 seconds.
Starting session.
Nearly there, everyone. 2, 1, and go. So, shoulders are lifted, right angle at the hips and the knees, and I'm actively stretching and pointing my arms towards the ceiling and pushing my lower back into the mat. So I'm drawing the belly button towards the spine and really pushing my lower back so that it doesn't arch. Good, and turn over. Well done. Ooh, okay, arch hold now. 2, 1, and go. So legs are lifted, arms are lifted, head's relaxed. So be sure, sometimes with this exercise people raise their head, which puts a lot of strain through the neck. So just look down. Keep breathing, keep pointing the toes. 2, 1, rest. Turn over back to dead bug. Okay, it's whizzing by. We're nearly there. 2, 1, let's go.
Work.
So when you come into position, just do a little checklist. So are your hips at 90 degrees? Are your knees at 90 degrees? So my legs are a bit high there, so I'm just going to move them. Are your shoulders as lifted as you could possibly get them? And are your arms active? Like stretching, reaching towards the ceiling. Okay.
Rest.
Right, arch hold again. 2, 1, and go. So, keep those toes pointed. Keep your feet together if you can. Keep breathing. Keep the arms active, so the arms will start to relax as they get tired, so push them back out again. Good. Change over.
Rest.
Doing well. Halfway through this one, so we've got 4 more and then we're done. 2, 1, let's go.
Work.
So, keep pushing that lower back into the mat. Lift the shoulders as much as you can. Keep the arms active. Keep breathing. Keep thinking happy thoughts. Rest. Change over. Oh, my happy thought right now is coffee. I haven't had any coffee yet, so I'm going to have my after this. Just one. Only have one. But I need it. Okay. So lift everything. Head and neck relaxed. Feet together. Toes pointed. Just keep squeezing, squeezing. I can really feel this in my lower back today, so you might too. That's okay. Oh, okay.
Rest.
They're getting quicker and quicker. Okay. 2, 1. Let's go.
Work.
Okay, so keep everything active. Last couple now, so I think we've got this one, then one more of each, and then you're done. So you're really nearly there. Definitely feel like I've had a good core workout. Hope you do as well. Keep breathing. Okay. One more of each. I think. I might be wrong. You think so? Maybe this is the last one. Let's go. I can't count today, sorry. Let's have a look. Oh, this is the last one. Okay, brilliant. So, toes together, arms active, head relaxed. Squeeze. You should feel like every muscle in your body is working. If you're really pointing your toes and squeezing the glutes and being really active with the arms.
Session complete.
And you're done. Okay, well done everybody. That completes our core workout. I hope you enjoyed that. A bit different. Thanks to you if you're watching live. I can see some people watching, but there's no names coming up, so I'm not sure it is. But thank you ever so much for joining live. The recording will be available on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. So there's Elemental Coaching, Body, Mind, Nutrition. So if you missed the beginning and you want to catch up on it and do it another time, feel free. And there's lots of other workouts on there, mostly HIIT workouts, so more cardio and a bit more intensity. So workout Wednesdays will continue as best I can. I'm finding it difficult to do them at the same time each week because there's a lot of other commitments going on, but I will do a Wednesday workout whenever I can. I'll always put them on the YouTube channel, so you can always go onto there and pick one anytime that you fancy doing a workout. So hope you've enjoyed this one. Thanks for joining me and have a fabulous Wednesday. All right, take care. Bye.